Have you seen those TikToks?
What?
Where they're like...
The babies?
No, like they wave. Like the girlfriends.
No.
Like I think it's like a bitch thing.
Oh.
Like a mean girl?
So you mean exactly how I just did, so you're calling me a bitch?
Yeah.
Right in front of your freaking
So
son.
you're being a bitch.
What is Chiefin, my dudes? I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. We are going to Bobby Lee's Bad Friends today.
Yeah.
Super excited about that. Can't wait.
I'm actually stoked. I've seen Bobby perform once. It was fine. It was during a relapse, so it wasn't great. But this time, we get to see him with Santino. Love Santino's comedy.
I like
Hopefully
their
they have
dynamic.
Jesse Johnson. You don't know who she is, but you'll like her comedy. She's a rad chick. Should be a lot of fun. We're going with my brother. Me and him are both huge fans of this podcast, so we are stoked.
I actually almost sent you a thing last night of the Bad Friends podcast. One of my favorite clips. One of them, obviously,
Bobby
I'm
Mada?
Bobby Mom. I'm Bobby Mada. That one's good. But what I really like is the one where they're watching this freaking chick selling Murphy beds.
Ninja?
And she,
I want to be
ninja. And I'm like,
that's old
dude.
school, too.
And it's great because he's like,
guys, I'm almost ninja. Do you want to be ninja?
he's like, how are they sitting through this? This Asian lady, she's just sitting there. He's like, there's 4 minutes of this.
Oh, we gotta put it in the clip.
Yeah. It's really funny, dude. So I almost sent it to you last night. I've been getting a lot of their clips, probably just like the best highlights. I've never actually seen one of their episodes throughout.
It's funny. It's in terms of comedy podcasts, it's one of my favorites because they don't ever get too serious. It's a lot of bits.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. They both know how to improv and feed off each other. It's a good podcast.
I like their banter back and forth and how they give each other shit. But Santino always fucking wins.
Yeah.
Like Bobby Lee, I don't think he's ever like had one over him because it was like, oh yeah, who's this? Oh, and he's like, oh yeah, you fucking cross-eyed mom.
Yeah, we're stoked. It should be fun. So you won't be there, but we will.
But we'll tell you all about it when we get back.
Guys, when I do this jingle, what do you think of? Dun dun da da dun dun da da.
Prison.
Yep, and that's why we are coming to you today with the top 5 tips to get out of prison. Just open wide.
Open wide. No, we're doing 5 tips, best things to do at a wedding.
So we won't say what the other idea for this episode was, but Daniel told me on great sound legal advice, Bryce was probably not a good idea for an episode. So we're not doing that one. Instead, it's wedding season. It's the summer. It's one of our best friends. We love the guy. We've known him forever. Josh, a great friend of the show. He's getting married later this month. So we thought, let's do some wedding tips. We've been to a few of these things. And also, hot take, I love weddings. I love. Whenever I think of going to a wedding, I'm like, man, this is going to be awesome. I love going to weddings. One of my favorite parts is the ceremony. There's been some good ones. There's been some not so good ones. I won't say which is which. But I love the whole entire experience of it. I love how just ridiculous it is. There's not a lot of events that happen in life now like that. And after Josh, you might be one of the only ones left that I like genuinely care about a lot.
Coster's getting married.
Yeah. A lot.
You're going to that wedding.
Yeah, but like a lot.
Gotcha.
I'm like,
yeah.
oh my god, this is one of my oldest friends I love so much. I love cultures, but not like that.
Yeah, it's
he
true.
knows that. I know that.
You guys are.
It's different.
You guys are close, but not as close. Obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But yeah, you're it. All our other old friends. Oh, Claire. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to wait a long time for me and Claire.
Oh, you guys are.
No, not me and Claire. Me and Claire. Like not
Actually,
me and Claire.
it'd make it really
Me and
efficient
Claire.
if you just like 2 for 1. Just
Dude, finally, we've been waiting for years for you guys to get married. I'm just glad it's together.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Stone, rock,
2
diamond.
birds. Any Hoosier. Josh, we're super stoked to come out there. So here's our tips for going about weddings. Also, before that, what's your favorite part of the weddings? 3 favorite parts of a wedding.
The speeches are good. But I also like the ceremony afterwards. Everyone like hanging out, dancing and
Reception.
stuff. The reception, yeah. Did I say ceremony? Mm-hmm. I meant reception. I actually hate the ceremony.
Really?
I absolutely hate it.
Why?
Because it's so fucking. It's like a formal event. Like I'm like, oh, it's like a business meeting. Like, yes, I take you. You take me.
Yeah, but it's switched up a lot.
Now,
like, have you
do-
been to a Catholic one? Those are
Yeah,
rare.
yeah.
Oh,
I fucking peed during the ceremony. It was too
my
long.
God, yeah.
Too long of a business transaction.
God.
I couldn't do it.
those are very business transactional. It's by the book.
Now, don't get me wrong. I loved the wedding, but I had to pee so bad because we drank before. We just kept pounding beers, and I'm like,
we all did. None of us went pee during the ceremony besides
alcohol. It's like it triggers something in me where I gotta pee
So
almost
bad.
instantly. You know me on a boat, on a fucking Duffy boat. I'm peeing off the side half the time. It's bad.
you. Okay, well, I'm just saying.
Don't fucking come at me, guns hot, man.
That's crazy. I love ceremonies. I love the emotion behind the ceremonies. I love the speeches because I love humor and I love stand-up. And it's basically people... It's actually funny. I've never thought about it. A lot of speeches is just people going up there and bombing.
Some are terrible.
Yeah, they're just bombing.
Mm-hmm.
And then... I don't love dinner. I feel like I've never been blown away by a wedding dinner.
Sometimes the food is good. The
Cocktail hour
desserts are good. Oh yeah, the open bar, love that.
Yeah,
Love
but
that.
cocktail hour where like you're waiting for stuff, I don't like that.
Mm.
It's always longer than I feel like it should be because they have to do pictures and shit.
Yeah. What I don't like I said, I don't like the ceremony, but I do like the vows. I do enjoy the vows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that's the only thing where it's like a loving thing. Like the ceremony itself, unless actually Nick did a really good job at yours.
Yeah, Nick crushed
I
it.
really liked that one. But most ceremonies, I'm like, who fucking cares? Like,
Yeah.
just go. Like, just say, I do. Okay.
I'm trying to think of my third favorite moment. Ceremonies, speeches. Damn. Oh, I like first dances. Those are cool.
Those are okay. I do like the father-daughter dances because those are like usually
Yeah, that's
emotional.
what I mean.
and they're
Like
always
the first dance and the father-daughter, mother-son. I like those.
Those are good. I like those.
It is father-daughter. The mother-son is always stupid. Sorry, Mom, but those
No,
are great dances.
Kyle Hadabaw's really good.
Oh, yeah. But
Really
those,
good.
Like choreographed and shit.
Doesn't
I'm saying, like,
matter.
just the default mother-son are nothing special.
Okay, but
the
they
default
can,
daughter.
But it's the same thing with
father's
speeches though.
better.
Like you have potential for it to be good. You could make it
Yeah.
good.
Here you go, Josh. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, don't fuck it up. It's gonna be boring as fuck.
And if it is, I'm gonna tell Sue a few things on my mind. Okay.
Boo. Mid dance.
Oh, dude, we get to see Andrew too. I think is it?
Maybe,
Andrew
probably.
maybe
I mean,
going?
I
He should be
wouldn't. I
going.
wouldn't doubt it.
That's cool.
I haven't seen Andrew in like 10 years.
Yeah, last time it was a random bar in Newport. One time Josh was down for something.
I dropped him off for a wedding actually at the Richard Nixon Library, and I was like, "Hey, Andrew," and
That's
then I
really
left.
cool.
That was it. Last time I saw him.
Yeah, Josh's cousin.
Yep.
Aaron.
No, Andrew. Oh, Aaron was getting married.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. But yeah, I like the reception.
God, I hope I don't have to stand next to that guy up there. Fucking the best looking freeload. I hope you know that, Josh.
The reception.
Don't put me next to Aaron, dude.
The reception, the dancing, and I guess I could put in the vows or the father-daughter, whatever. I'll mix that together because that's kind of emotional-ish as well.
All right.
But the ceremony itself, hate it.
All right. Ready for our tips?
Yes.
First one, summer weddings and hot destinations because they prevent cold feet.
You know I don't like that. I don't like that I even smirked a little bit.
Nothing says I do like heat exhaustion where people are just trying to get to the end of the event. Don't give them a time to think.
Fainting. Did you say I do? Okay, that's not bad. My number one actually goes along with yours. Ask the groom or bride, whoever you're closest with, if they are sure about marrying that person. Then list every flaw that person has that you have seen.
Yeah, are you sure? Because.
Just to be sure. And then if they say yes, you know it's meant to be.
That's true.
But also, this could ruin some wedding.
My number two, this is actually a serious one. So when you're done with the ceremony, the wedding parties go, right? The bride and groom, the officiator maybe, the bridal party, the parents. But after that, grandma takes a long time to get down the aisle. You beat grandma down that aisle wherever you're sitting. Just split out and go. You'll be first at the bar for open bar or for cocktail hour. And no one wants to wait for grandma to fucking wheelchair down that aisle.
Actually, that's what we did at Kate's wedding. We chose the back seat for that reason. Because it was like, well, they're going to let...
No, we chose the shade. Cause
Well, that too. The shade, yes. Because I was like, I'm dying in this suit, dude. But we chose... I thought we chose it because it's like, you're first out of there. You're like, no one's going to be like, hey, hold on. No, fucking, it's done.
Yeah, everyone thinks you go aisle by aisle. There's no rhyme or reason after the bridal party. It's done after that.
Yeah, it's all over.
Also, I didn't know this. I fucked up my first wedding.
First wedding?
That I went to. It was Logan's sister.
I was like, oh my God.
And I fucked up Logan's sister's wedding. I guess, I didn't know this, but going down the aisle, if there's like ribbon tied or something, you're not supposed to walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's like a caution tape kind of thing, but it's like a nicer way. They're not going to put caution tape like, don't go here.
I stepped over it and I walked to my seat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't know you're supposed to go around the sides. So,
Bryce, your etiquette.
I might be liable for that
unmatched.
divorce, dude.
My number 2. This is also a serious one that I took advice from my sister and Bryce. After I had to make a speech, I asked him if I could use the term old lady vagina, and he said no. Probably best to keep that out of the speech. Just frame of reference, it would have been bad, okay? There's a lot of old ladies there, and they have vaginas, so probably wouldn't appreciate that.
I've always liked to ask you, and I feel like you might have told me, but I forgot, what you were going to say in relation to old lady vaginas.
Something about it being dry.
In relation to...
I don't know, something in the speech that have... Remember, when you asked me...
I said, blah, was dry. Drier than an old lady's vagina.
Yeah.
I don't know where dry would have came up.
I don't know. Wait, I think it... I don't know. I don't remember what it was. But all I know is I made this speech when I was drunk the day you asked me to be your best man.
Oh.
We got smashed.
That's when I broke my door in that apartment.
And I think you broke something else too. Like it was like 2 things when you asked me.
That apartment sucked.
But yeah, we had like a...
Wow, what a different era. Like, I can't imagine if I were to ask you now, I wouldn't ask you by writing on the handle of Captain Morgan. We were so young.
What's funny
Can you imagine that? I was like, Daniel, would you be my... You'd be like, why did you buy a handle of Captain Morgan?
Well, when you asked me, I didn't even know what was going on. I thought that you had been asked by someone else to be your best man. You're like, hey, dude. And I was like...
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's cool. I remember saying, oh, that's cool. And you're like... And then I was like, oh shit, yeah, dude, of course. It really threw me off. And then we got hammered.
That was fun.
It was. That speech, it had good bones, but I definitely had to, sham wow it a little bit and clean it up because there were some issues.
I have a serious recommendation for my third that goes into dinners being crap. Order the vegetarian option.
Really?
Always. Yeah, because it's going to be some bomb pasta. The steak and the chicken are always super subpar. It just is what it is at weddings when you have to mass produce food ahead of time, and if schedules line up, it's always fine. But usually you get some dope ravioli stuffed with like cheese or ricotta. It's always so good. If you're in a couple, Daniel hates me saying this, but it's always good to one couple orders one thing, the other orders this other thing. Like at breakfast, I order savory, Logan orders sweet. That's how it works. Any case, if you're in a couple, one person order the vegetarian. It's always worth it.
He brings up that every time we go out.
Because every time I go to breakfast, it's like, I don't know what to get because I want both.
And you know what? It's funny because every time he brings it up, Logan's not there, obviously. So I'm thinking he's like, you're the replacement, Daniel.
Nope.
For the weekend. You need to step up and we can split this. We're sharing a bed, so we're sharing a plate. And I feel like every time he brings it up, I'm like, maybe he's trying to like hit, like nudge, but I'm like, I want the fucking same thing as you're getting, dude. And we got the same thing. You want half my sandwich?
It sucked. The breakfast place the next day was way better.
No, dude. That breakfast burrito. Did I interview Ben Ray for that? The breakfast burrito?
I don't know.
I'll look it
Probably.
up. I think I might have, but I'll look it up. That breakfast burrito was fucking bomb.
Yeah.
I woke up and I was like, Bryce?
Yeah, I had French toast the second time.
I'm like feeling like, Bryce, where are you, sweetie? And then I get out, go to the bathroom, come back out.
That was
and then,
nice. It was a great trip. You guys cleaned up the house? Like,
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Well, I was like, you know what? They're probably getting breakfast. He might bring me back something. I should probably clean the house. And then I did. Sure enough, fucking big ass burrito, like this big. Oh, dude. And the cheese, you pull it apart. It was half cut. Oh, it was just straight like Goofy movie when they have the cheese pizza. And
Cheese. Funny, I'm watching an episode with Pauly Shore right now.
dude, so good. My number 3. Yes, my number 3.
Yes.
This one is actually a serious one. This is to anyone giving a speech. Practice your speech beforehand.
Wow, that's a fucking genius tip.
No, because
What
look,
with that one?
dude, I can't tell you how many weddings I've been to. I've been to like
I think
6
they're
weddings
just bad public speakers.
in the past like 2 or 3 years where no, I'm not saying like
Oh, no phone?
yeah, no phone, no
Wow.
paper,
okay.
nothing. That's how I did it. I went up there and I gave the speech because it just seems way
It's
better,
better.
more genuine from the heart, and it seems well choreographed, like you said. You know, dances could be horrible, but they could be great if you choreograph it, if you plan it ahead, if you practice.
Yeah.
When you practice that speech and then you give it, dude, there was a guy that came up to my dad at the wedding. He goes, "Hey, that's your son? How do I make my son like that?"
Wow.
And I was
that's
like,
fucked up. And his son was.
You said that. You said that last time when I told you that.
I did?
You said that's fucked up. Like how do you change how do I change my son to be like that? And I was like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. But like, it made me feel really good, and it made my dad feel really good too, because he's like, yeah, I did a good job. But seriously, practice your speeches, guys, because no one wants to see this. And you know, and then usually if you have a joke on there, 5 times out of 10. It's going to fall flat because you're going to be reading it and not realize it's
And
a
you
fucking
won't
joke.
have the timing.
Yeah.
You'll read it and then you'll chuckle.
Yeah. And then people will be like, oh, no.
All right. Number 4.
Yep.
Wear white. If you want to make a memorable stamp at the wedding and you want people to remember you there, you better wear white. You got to wear a suit or like a normal dress like everyone else. You're going to blend into the crowd.
I actually saw someone.
This is your day.
I saw someone wear, it looked like a legit wedding dress in the stands, or the stand, whatever you call it, like the background.
Stands.
Yeah, stands. Like a legit wedding dress. And I'm like, how do you think that's okay?
I feel like I've never seen anyone actually wear white at a wedding.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I saw someone wear like very close to white. It was like beige.
Oh.
But yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do
Do
that.
it. But do it.
My number 4, very important because, like you said, you hate waiting for the cocktail line and waiting to get drinks and stuff. Bring a flask. I guarantee. I'm serious, dude. It's actually.
Honestly,
Josh brought it to your wedding.
believe what I'm about to say.
Bring a. We had a little side conversation there for a second. Bring your flask. Bring a flask. Like I said, Josh brought one for your wedding, and it was great. It was amazing
Because
because
you just keep the buzz the whole time.
yeah, the entire time. But then also,
And then when the priest is going to give you crackers, you go to the bathroom.
okay, it was a one-time thing, and you know what? They didn't even notice. Okay, unless you guys had told them, they would have never known that I went to the bathroom.
I don't know if I told him.
Well, someone did.
Oh.
Right when I was standing there, like, you did, and I was like, you son of a bitch.
Oh.
It would have been funnier though if you heard like you said, like the hand dryer going, or like, oh damn it, I zipped
You're
it up
pulling
again.
for towels and it comes out. Like
Oh,
it's
this thing
done.
never works.
Was that?
That's
you
number
were
4. You're 5.
Number 5. This is a shout out to Mason. Stay away from red wine, because at my wedding, I remember he got bumped into
Oh,
red wine. That was
no.
entire. It was like early in the night, I think, too. So the rest of he had, or maybe his shoulder, like he had to like wear a jacket the rest of the night or
Oh
something.
God, that's horrible.
Uh-huh.
What's up, Beck?
Hey, dude.
Hi. You're crawling, huh?
Oh, yeah. What are you doing, pal? Come here. Beckham, come here.
Come here, dude. Come here. Yeah, you want to come here?
Come on. Come here.
Come here. Yeah, come here. Come here.
You can just chill if you want.
That's fine. My number 5, and this is important, okay, because if you take one shot, you might miss. But if you take multiple shots, you got a better batting average for sure. Hit on every bridesmaid there. And when you do, tell them, you're the hottest out of all the bridesmaids.
Wow.
Because then they feel special. And then eventually one of them will be like, that's so sweet. And so you may not have to hit on every single one, but just keep doing it until one of them accepts you.
That's
And
great
then-
advice, Daniel.
You're welcome.
Make people feel special is what you're doing at the end of the
That's
day.
what I'm doing.
That's what he's
All
doing.
of them. Maybe
okay?
not if you're like in a relationship though. Don't do that.
Yeah, this isn't advice to most of our friends, but
Yeah, well, we're not. Most of my friends aren't listening. We're listening. We're podcasting through the world.
what? Folks, that's how you behave at a wedding. That's how you have more fun. That's how you stand out. You get more drinks. And that's how you get a bride and then you get a baby. Guys,
Have you seen those TikToks
What?
where they're like,
The babies?
no, like they wave, like the girlfriends.
No.
Like I think it's like a bitch thing.
Oh.
like a mean girl.
So you mean exactly how I just did? So you're calling me a bitch
Yeah.
right in front of your freaking
Oh,
son.
you're being a bitch.
But like,
Look at that cute family right there, huh?
no.
Hi.
You don't see this.
I
Hi.
do.
Hi.
Guys, hope you had fun. We did. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. And from all of us here at the Chiefin podcast,
Keep
keep it Chiefin.
That was a good one.
Perfect timing. Back, we're done.
We became it, didn't we?